We will talk about the Internet of Things, which is quite different from mobile marketing, and it will go more into the future outlook of what possibilities we will have from machines talking to machines, and how we can maybe market this. But I will first ask the panelists to come on stage, and I will just ask you guys to, walk up. Dmitry, Eugeny and Eugeny. We have two of them, which will... Oh, one is missing, but we will have one. And Denis. I want to start with one question that I would ask you to all three of you to answer. Yesterday at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, Ember Case was giving a keynote. And one of the sentences that kind of stuck out was, she was saying, the smartphone is the remote control for the world. And I think it's an interesting question to lead up to the Internet of Things conversation. And if you want to speak for a couple of minutes, why do you think this is right or maybe wrong?
Probably I can start. It's probably working both directions. So smartphone is a remote control for the world, and it's also a remote control to the person who is using it, I can say. So actually, soon we're using services connected to internet and other people. Of course, it is. And for most of the people, it's also let's say, the early interface to look to the world. It's like we're discovering the news from the people, from our friends, and actually the smartphone represents the world. It's not like remote control.
Yes, I would like to initially to say what we are talking when we're talking Internet of Things. So what does it mean? It means that each thing around us could be connected to Internet, and currently, there's some digits around. So when you compare the number of citizens on Earth with the number of internet-connected devices, and this proportion currently is around 6.5. So it means each citizen has a 6.5 internet-connected devices. So it's even more than one. So we are living already in the world with the internet-connected things, and but we have some limitations here. Okay, first limitation is protocol, is some technical characteristic, is IP40, which doesn't allow to connect more than 4.5 billion devices to internet. But this June 2012, we'll jump to IPv6 that will allow us to connect 300 million devices for each person on Earth. So it's really an amazing jump to the future. And why we call smartphone as an interface to a world? Because I think if we can connect anything around us to the internet, we don't need to know how to use it. The simple example is about the washing machine. So there will be manufacturers who do the good working things. For example, good washing machine on your kitchen, on your bathroom. And you even don't need to know how to use it, how many some washing gel put inside. You just will use your smartphone to control it, or maybe it can do anything by itself. It can even order some components for its working. So the thing is that we'll have a differentiation for manufacturers of good things and for companies who know how to manage them, how to control them. So, and of course, you will use all the things around you from your smartphone, and it will even give a great impact from design perspective. Just try to imagine the washing machine without this interface, without some buttons on it. It can give really great innovations in design, but anyway, you can control it from your smartphone. And washing machine is just one example. Yeah, you will be able to control everything from your smartphone. For example, Japan, this is high-tech, my favorite country, recently announced the LED light with a small antenna, which can be connected through Wi-Fi, and you can set up how it works from your smartphone as well. So of course, in a world where the price for electricity is high, they care about it a lot, and this is a trend, global trend, to make everything connected, everything management, to reduce the cost of usage.
Denis? So, I will say from position of the operator, actually, I am absolutely agree with you with this sentence that cell phone or smartphone is one of the main point of future development of market. And in my meaning, actually the experience of the operator shows that we see now that people, live people, is already finished. We cannot sell the phone small for the people. Already anybody have the phone for the conversation, for speaking, but operator and other players of the market like to develop them, to find a new direction and develop the market, grow more. And main direction that I see, that's one direction of Internet of Things, different kind of sensors, different kind of machines that can serve for the people, and this is way to create some new value for the market that can be bought for the subscriber. And my second direction is the things that all around us, all of these sensors, all of these machines should be controlled and should be monitored by the owners. And for this, main reason why we need soft phone, smartphone, and why the amount of these phones is growing and growing. We see that now the situation in the market, in monitoring of the network, we see that every year, every day, the amount of share of smartphone is growing. Now that's more than 20%. I'm not exact. I can, of course, check more exact digit, but a little bit more. That's 20% now, as I remember. And I see that every day the tempo of the growing is more and more. So I think that it's absolutely the main trend of the future, that the amount of devices, machine-to-machine devices around the people, I can say that's B2C, M2M. That's like this direction of the market. It's M2M for the usual people. So amount of kind of devices will be growing, and people needs to control these devices. That's the reason to growing the smartphone.
Probably I'll try to bring a different view. My favorite thing is probably not talk about, let's say, internet connection, internet connected fridges, because it's, let's say, just linear extrapolation of the today's state. And my favorite thing is to talk about how we can bring virtual thing to the physical world. It's also the Internet of the Things, because Just take a look how we take a look for weather forecast. Like 10 years ago and for today, probably in like big cities like St. Pete and Moscow. Like 10 years ago, people were buying the like thermostats and weather station. Now they just slide the screen on iPhone and take a look at actually weather forecast in iPhone. And this forecast was brought by sensors around us. The second thing is also probably it was trendy like 2 years ago, but too early. This like, let's say, Nabastak. If you just remember this kind of very funny rabbit connected to internet, staying in your apartments and moving ears actually.
It was very creepy as well.
Yeah.
We have one in the office, and it suddenly starts talking, and it's. I mean, as a device, it was kind of interesting, but as a social object, it was completely creepy.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite thing in actually Internet of the Things. This how we can change the real world with the internet, and. My personal experience is very easy. It's not like internet connection first. I actually use Instagram. If you don't know, it's just photo sharing social app. And as soon as my wife is working in Germany, I'm always like abroad, and I have a printer connected to internet, and actually it prints Instagram photos without any confirmations, the same time as I just took them. It's actually, also I can say that's a part of Internet of the Things. I just bring the new things like from virtual world to real one with the like printed photos. It's very easy, and that's why actually we can change the real world. We can just bring virtual things, your services to real world with the physical interfaces, like probably toys, printers, or something like this.
I think we will mostly talk about consumer-faced Internet of Things, but before we do that, I'm interested in the infrastructure part, and in the sense that when I talk to kind of geeks and developers, they will tell me, well, technically it's all possible. You guys from marketing should figure it out. And I think that's kind of, yeah, okay, maybe. But I think the question is here, or maybe for you, Denis, as an operator, what would happen if every washing machine or a fridge would suddenly have an internet access? What does it mean to you guys? Is that... Are you prepared for it, or are you saying, well, maybe not everyone at once?
I think that will be perfect for us. Actually, that's I said already that I think that the market divided for in the future, not now, divided for the three main things: that people to people, it's a usual connection, usual communication. It's people to internet. This communication already started maybe 2 years, and we feel now that this market is growing. And what about you speaking? That's people to internet, people to information. That's you as a subscriber, you as a subscriber try to receive some information from the some middleware, from the knowledge base. That's internet. And last part is it's very young now, and I can say that for this stage we have a little bit more than zero revenues from this market. It's a machine to machine. Machine to machine is for my suggestion is Internet of Things. It's a real situation. Then the washing machine can discuss with a cool another washing machine something how to best to wash. And I think this will be another market, because now we yet not reach the limit of the market of the people people to something, people to machine, people to information, people to people value. But we feel that the man as a unit of the information generator and receiver cannot receive more. People now receive the information in the on the way, on the home, everywhere. Maybe 50% of the time, people's change the people's receive and transfer the information. And I think we are already about the limit of possibilities of this. And I think the future of the business will be in machines. Machines can be for the each people on the planet can have 10, 20, maybe 100 machines around him. And I think this market has no border, no limits.
If any.
But it's future market.
Yeah, I also like to add that not only machines could be connected, it could be things that connected to internet. For example, in even ships, coves, they also could be connected because it's possible to put some sensor on their ear that can feel their temperature, their feeling, and the agriculture guys, they could monitor all of his units of his units to understand their feeling, and it helps to get more milk from them. And also try to imagine if you have 100 million cows around the world connected to internet with some biometrical information. I think there will be some services for them. So who knows, maybe we'll have a Facebook for sheep, Facebook for cows. Of course, there will be some services. The same for a washing machine. Yes, if we back to them, as you mentioned, they might discuss with each other how to dress his owner favorite suit, for example. They obviously need to update the firmware with a better washing program. So they will be connected, and of course, internet will have new services to manage them.
You know, I have idea. I found some idea that that what will be the next stage of the market. I think after the machine will around the world, and this market are so finished that the next stage will be like in the movie Surrogate. Have you seen Surrogate? That's then each guy have personal robot like avatar. And, this avatar controlled by the cellular network, and gigabytes information are transferred from the avatar to the owner of this avatar.
But I think you're actually touching on a very important point there, because while there are many opportunities that seem very positive about Internet of Things and basically computers doing more things for us, there is also a downside, and it's the dehumanization of our environment, in a sense that we actually don't want machines to walk for us on the street. We don't want to just be at home sitting in a chair looking like Bruce Willis did in this film. And I think kind of like, do you see that computers taking over our world, and is the Internet of Things something that must be also treated carefully?
I read about some projects like this. Is called telepresence. When you have a robot with a camera, with microphones, and you can keep this robot in your office and move to another meeting, but it will monitor, and if your colleagues have a question, it can come to the robot and speak as it is you. As I said, the world will differentiate for things who can do best. So the company who produces washing machine, it should do washing machine, and they should not care about interface, about how to manage and use it. And another company should produce maybe a products platform to use third-party software, which is a software is a quite important thing, is a user interface. So this is a software which allows you to operate with anything around you. And these three components, so software, the platform for software, and the good working things, is an ideal combination from my point of view.
Why? I mean, the question is, I mean, we are here discussing the Internet of Things as a term. Is it important for the consumer to know that we are talking about this, or are consumers just expecting new products that will be able to do that? Do we need to explain to the market what Internet of Things is?
I think that the best thing we can do is just probably bring and explain the user scenarios. If we talk about, let's say, internet connected toys for like children, we can just explain what this means. Like that, for example, you can buy like a separate toy for like language education for kids, and that's good because actually kids are more about, let's say, a real world. They just discovering the real world, and they know this kind of toy is speaking like French. It's okay, and this is the best thing you can just explain what does it mean, because even here we're speaking like different ways. So I am just talking to bring virtual things in the real world. Guys are talking about connecting the washing machines to internet. It's just one word, totally different meanings. And also, if we're talking about services, we also need to like communicate with the developers. That's saying, for example, hey guys, I have actually a great example of, it's a very, very old idea. First, they implemented probably more than 10 years ago. Actually, there was like 10 years old Apple laptops with a motion sensor. And guys, he just implemented the service. You just set your location, and when your laptop shakes, it measures, does it actually affect any other laptops in this area? And they created a service to measure the earthquakes with the laptops. It's also like, if developers will start thinking about, let's say, smartphones as a big sensors networks, it will create another possibility to expand this kind of Internet of the Things to the future and future. So what I would just want to say that for different types of people, we need to find like user scenarios and explain what this means. It's not about just talking Internet of the Things and repeat it like many times.
Well, I mean, like, not to put you guys on the spot, but if you would have to explain Internet of Things to your mom, how would you do that?
Actually, I will explain on the example of refrigerator.
Yeah.
I think it's quite popular example, like refrigerator having connection to internet and one small screen, and this refrigerator can by itself control amount of the different kind of foods inside them, and order these foods from the internet store, like this example. And what I like to say, I think I really believe that some kind of things will around us in next future, but we should do the condition for this growing this market. It's one of the reasons of the growing. I think it's a benefit of the vendors also kind of things. Now each vendor try to create new things, but each vendor, then I have speaking when, each vendor like to be not only vendor of the things, they have like to be supplier of the services too. But it's very difficult, maybe colleagues will be correct me, but it's very difficult from the vendor who sells just some things like phones, to be the service provider. We are, as operator of the network, we are service provider. We have no things to sell, but we can do the services, mass service. And I think the feature in a collaboration. In a collaboration like that was created the content market, maybe 10 years ago, we announced that we have a partnership with everybody on the market, with the content provider, to provide the new services of the content. It's a people to internet service like this. This was the reason of the growing of this market, because we create the possibilities to receive the money from this mass market for our partners. I think the same program can be created for vendors of the things, internet things. Then they will have a benefit from the services. Like example, in a refrigerator. In a refrigerator, the vendor of this refrigerator should have some benefit, some part of the subscription fee from this internet store. If the user will pay for this internet store, and the vendor will have the share from this, I think this will be reason to create more and more so kind of refrigerator on the market. I think that's only one border now. That's on this moment on the market. This program not present, but I think after the operator and so kind of vendors, like I said, it's that's so kind of things. Okay, so kind of vendors will agree and do made some kind of partnership program like CPA, content provider program. The market will grow in this direction.
From my point of view, I can predict that the company who can create sensors, who can create really energy-efficient sensors, can blow this market. In mobile industry, there is a company like MTK or like Qualcomm. They made everything on one chip solution, and this allows to create really lots of products, mobile phones, modems, and some security systems based on this chip for lots of companies. But they made one product.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still kind of trying to get to a point where, because when I told my parents that I'm buying sensors and setting up a server for my home, and what it will do is when I go away from my apartment, it will shut down the lights, and when I come back, it will light them up again. You can do that actually. It costs you like $100. It takes you about a day to set up, and then you're done, and you can do that. And I explained that to my parents, and they were like, why can't you just, shut off the light? And I think that's kind of a valid question, because we know the technological part and we know how to solve that maybe, but we still kind of struggle to tell the story. And I think Yuri has.
Yeah, probably for me the best example is let's say Google Voice Search or Siri. It's still difficult for my mom to use it. But if you imagine like a dedicated physical character, like standing on your kitchen, and my mom actually will be easily talk to this character, like, hey, what the weather, or like something like that, and all the like natural language questions currently appearing in the Siri and Google Voice Search. But I think with the Internet of the Things we can make it more close, bring it more closely to the people. Actually, older people who are not using internet at all, and for them, actually, these characters and internet-connected things will be internet, not display smartphones or something like this.
Igor, based on your example with automatic lighting system, I can say a little bit about the past. In the past, if you remember, 19th maybe, lots of companies and lots of homes, schools, universities, they had small networks. just a network for a few computers, maybe to play Counter-Strike or to print some documents, but later on all these networks become connected to the global internet. So currently the similar situation with Internet of Things at the moment. For example, your lighting system is inside of your apartment. In the cars you have also a few systems like engine control or safety control, but it's separate systems. But the problem is to make all of the systems connected to one global system. And once you've done it, you will have a machine-to-machine interface. So currently you as a human, you service your system. So maybe you need to screw a new lamp or to repair something, to pay the electricity meter based on your results. But when you have the machine-to-machine interface, you don't need to spend your time for this. It can be everything done automatically. The only thing which lots of companies are interested now is a kit, some SDK to let them develop the products. Is a software development kit plus sensors. Is a thing which can blow up, which can explode this market, from my point of view.
All right, we have 5 minutes left, or 0 minutes left, as I'm being shown. So I guess thank you to the panelists, and everybody enjoy the lunch.
Yeah, okay.